guys, what's up? It's Samantha, and welcome back to my channel. So you may be wondering, Samantha, this is not a kit that you featured in your February kit lineup, and that is because I lied to you. I knew I was going to be using this kit the whole time, but you didn't, because I am using this kit to announce that I am pregnant. I am very, very excited to finally be able to tell you guys. I wanted to tell you guys like a month ago at this point, and I have just been very, very sick. This is sort of the last week of February and March. I am not going to be memory keeping any of the rest of those weeks because I became so sick. I've been very, very sick. I'm 16 weeks right now, and I am continuing to be very sick, but I'm on the right medications that are allowing me to better hydrate, and that's really helped my energy levels and my ability to do at least a few things that I find fun and enjoyable, like planning or reading a book. I basically haven't read for the last month, which has been a real shame. I've also had really severe migraines, and that's been exacerbated by being dehydrated all the time and all of that fun stuff. But you will see all of the nitty-gritty details. This is sort of the week when I realized that what I was experiencing wasn't normal, typical, morning sickness stuff, and might be something a little more severe that might need some medical intervention to keep me healthy, to keep baby healthy. But yeah, this kit is really old. I have been saving this for literally years because I knew this was the kit I wanted to use to announce I was pregnant or announce a baby had been born. And I decided to use it to announce my pregnancy to you guys. So I'm very excited. This is such an old kit format. I know I used a different format of this art when my nephew was born, and I can't remember if that was the older or the newer. I don't even know. But if you see me very easily pulling stickers on and off, it's because this kit has got to be 5 years old at least. Someone, if you know when this was released, let me know. But I the sticker paper is not really sticking that much anymore. So normally you would definitely need undo to get ScribblePrintsCo stickers off of these inserts without it totally ripping up the page. So I did initially I thought I was just going to put headers at the top and then kind of just put the boxes approximately where they would go. But then I decided to go back and do all the headers, but I didn't do bougie boxes because there's not enough labels and that kind of stuff with this kit, this really old format, to do no white space. But yeah, I'm very excited. I didn't end up using the old school quote box because it was just too much. I used this baby quote box that I bought from ScribblePrintsCo a while ago when I knew we were going to be trying for a baby. And I did mostly use champagne lights, but I did also pull in some gold foil stuff, some scripts from Randy.plans, and that quote box and the days of the week and the month script are normal gold. But everything else is in champagne lights. I'm using the moon and stars celestial thing, since I think this kit was originally called or the quote was moon, you're my moon, sun, and all my stars, or something like that. I don't know. I loved this art. I think this was Bloomsicle, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I adored this art, and I am very glad that I saved it for all of these years and that I finally get to use it to announce my pregnancy. So yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's been really rough. I didn't anticipate being gone. This is sort of the week when I realized, I don't know, one of my biggest goals for 2023 was to be consistent with Plan With Me's, to post one every week, to be consistent with my content, and treat this more like a job, so to speak, something that I do regularly, and have establishing deadlines and routines for myself, which is what I did the first couple of years of my channel. And I really wanted to do that. I did not expect to be this sick for this long. I think I mentioned earlier, I will not be memory keeping from this point on through the rest of February or any of March. I think the week that I am currently uploading this might be the first week I come back to memory keeping, where it's not just like me being so sick. I didn't even write down like plans or what I did half of the days, more than half the days, most of the days. It was basically just like me surviving. I just wasn't physically able to do anything. Driving myself or being a passenger in a car makes me incredibly ill. And with like being very dehydrated from how sick I've been, I was having like constant migraines, dizziness, lightheadedness, like couldn't do basic things. Like at certain points didn't even feel comfortable showering by myself because I was so afraid I was going to pass out. So it's like been a really unpleasant couple of months, and I was planning on posting this, like filming this ahead of time and posting this at 12 weeks. And then that came and went. And I was like, okay, I'll post it like at 14 weeks. And then that came and went. And then I'm like, I'm just going to post it whenever. So today I felt okay enough to finally sit down and film this plan with me. This is like the first time I've touched any of my planning supplies since my last plan with me. So I've had a lot of insomnia, especially at this point. At this point in time, most of my nausea was from the afternoon into the wee hours of the morning, and then usually by 5 a.m. my stomach would settle and I'd be able to fall asleep. So I was up for like most of the night for a very long period of time, and that also wasn't helping things. Like only getting 3 hours of sleep is not great. So on Monday I had like insomnia, and then I was able to fall asleep in the morning and like sleep for a few hours into like the late morning, like closer to lunch. My stomach was just so upset. And then I did clean our bathrooms, because when you're in the bathroom all the time, you want a clean toilet. So that's basically the only cleaning I prioritized. Was like wiping down toilets and like counters and stuff, like faking the counters, but like having a clean toilet was a necessity to me. I did a load of laundry. Joe picked me up McDonald's chicken nuggets. I've had really crazy bad food aversions. And so at this point, the only foods I was able to eat were like McDonald's chicken nuggets and green grapes, which was an improvement because for like the 3 weeks before this, I could only eat green grapes, which like not exactly enough food. So McDonald's chicken nuggets did work for like a brief window of time. And then I was just really upset. On Monday night, I was crying like for 2 or 3 hours because I was just so upset over how sick I was and how tired I was. And just, I was so sick of feeling sick. Little did I know what was coming. So on Tuesday, again, I couldn't sleep. I woke up and I was just so like feeling so depressed and like sad. And I just was like, this isn't right. And why do I feel this way? I was having like stomach upset again. I did finish off the last plan with me I posted to my channel this day because I already had it filmed, and I was like, I might as well just like get it up. And that was like also the day I made the executive decision that I wasn't going to post for a while, which like I said, I was really bummed about because I was looking forward to this being like a really consistent part of my life in 2023. And I was really sad to have to like adjust to that goal, like let that go. And then I was just incredibly sick on Tuesday afternoon and night. And up until like this point, another plan with me is I was having stomach issues too. I just included the migraine stuff and not the stomach stuff because I wasn't ready to announce that I was pregnant yet. And I felt like if I included the stomach stuff, it would be like so obvious what was going on. But all of the migraines and headaches were pregnancy related. I found out I was pregnant on January 2nd. So I kind of knew the night of the 1st, but I waited till the morning of the 2nd to take a pregnancy test because I had really bad reflux the night of the 1st. And I was like, the last time this happened, I was pregnant, like when I had my loss back in October. And I'm like, I bet I'm pregnant. And then I took a test the next morning and I was. But I woke up Wednesday just so tired. I finally folded that laundry from Monday. Had like more stomach problems. I talked to my mom. I had the migraine from hell on this night. I went to bed at like 8 o'clock and I woke up like an hour later, like throwing up. And I like tripped over my phone cord trying to get out of bed and like ripped my like charger out of the like socket on the wall. I was just, oh, it was such a bad night. I was up all night, like sick to my stomach. And I woke up the next morning and I like could not stop being sick. And so I called the nurse's line for my OB-GYN and she was like, yeah, that is like not typical. So she's like, you're definitely like right to be concerned. This does not sound like normal morning sickness. So she talked to my doctor. We got some like anti-nausea meds called in, which like did help a little bit. We've like adjusted my meds since then and they're working a lot better. It's like not perfect, still don't feel great, but it's made such a huge difference in me being able to orally rehydrate, like night and day difference now that I can like keep down electrolyte drinks and water and like eat a little bit more. Like just my energy levels and like not feeling dizzy all the time has been a game changer. So I did desperately try to hydrate so I didn't have to like drag myself in to get an IV because I like could not stop being sick. And I'm like, there's no way I can drive myself to get an IV. And Joe was at work. And like now I probably would have just been like, Joe, cancel your patients for the rest of the day. Like take me to the doctor. But at the time I like didn't realize like how long this was going to go on for and that I like should have just gone in and gotten an IV. But I was able to like keep a popsicle down, keep a little bit of water down. I did try to read. This is when I was still trying to do normal things before I just like gave up on that because it wasn't happening. And then I had another migraine and Joe picked up all my new medications on his way home from work. And then even though I like took the meds, which they helped a little bit, I was still sick all night. And then I finally did sleep Thursday into Friday, which was great because the like extra fridge we ordered for our basement. So basically in our kitchen, we have a counter depth fridge, which if you have a counter depth fridge or you've ever seen one, they are not very big and you can't really store a whole lot. So if you want to get like 2 of something at the grocery store or even just like you buy a lot of produce, there's like not enough room in the fridge to keep all of that. So we had on Black Friday ordered like the most basic like white Whirlpool, I think it's like Whirlpool, like very basic fridge for our basement. And it was back ordered. So we had this delivery day picked out forever ago. And I'm like, I just have to like be awake at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever for like the delivery guys to let them in. I survived that. And then I did buy bedding, like our new bedding for our bed this day. And I think this was also the day I bought the original illustration from the Night Circus Illustrated stuff they sold, the original illustrations, like the artwork afterwards, like each, the ones that like the illustrator actually drew and sent into the publisher, they sold those and I bought one that I'm going to be using in the nursery and I'm very excited and then it'll go in my library after the nursery isn't like a nursery anymore. But it was nice to like buy some new bedding, especially considering how much time I've spent in bed recently. And then my head was absolutely killing me and I was super nauseous. I forgot to write that down. In here, I was going to combine it into one sticker to make it fit. And I just wrote head hurts instead of, I was also sick to my stomach. And then Joe brought home chicken McNuggets again. And I tried to listen to my audiobook in game. Saturday morning, Joe and I just like hung out and cuddled in bed. I had a little bit of coffee and read. I've been able to have a little bit of coffee. It's like one of the only things I haven't had an aversion to. I mean, I have like the weirdest aversions, like peanuts, chocolate, iceberg lettuce, which smells like moldy metal to me. Like really, I can have toast and like some very basic pasta, like buttered noodle kind of stuff and fruit. And like occasionally I can get a Greek yogurt down. And that's like the scope of what I've been eating for months at this point. So coffee and read. It was a really nice weekend. The weather was really nice. So Joe and I were able to like go for very short walks outside, like very slow, very short, like, walks around the block to, like, just for me to get some fresh air and sunshine. I was just, like, really upset, like, angry, sad, frustrated on Saturday. I talked to my brother for a little bit, and then I was, like, having stomach issues again, sick to my stomach. And then Joe and I did watch a movie or part of a movie. I can't even remember what movie we watched. I don't even know if I wrote down what movie it was. And then Sunday woke up and, like, tried to read again, and that did not go very well. But I did try to. I was still trying to read at this point before I just gave up. And then I, like, did a little bit of planning. I had the craziest craving for salt and vinegar chips. So Joe went to the grocery store and got me, like, a bunch of salt and vinegar chips, which is great because then the next week all I could eat were salt and vinegar chips and green grapes, which, the 3 weeks before this, I was only eating green grapes. So, improvement. And then this was the week of the chicken nuggets. So Joe went to Cane's and I had Cane's chicken fingers, which were okay. We went for another walk. I finished, like, whatever I was doing in my planner, and then I was sick again, as I do. So this was the whole week here. And yeah, so it, like, just got worse from here in terms of, like, how sick I was getting. So I will not be memory keeping those. So don't you worry about that. You won't be hearing about all of that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so glad that I can share this news with you now. And hopefully it will not be, like, 2 months before you hear from me again. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.